Ever wonder why some folks keep going when the odds are against them? What if the secret to winning is just hanging in there? Let's dive into the world of commitment in business, and you know what I mean, right? We'll start with a fascinating natural phenomenon, the shifting of sand dunes. Picture this, a vast desert where the sand dunes change shape and position over time, sculpted by persistent winds. It's a slow process, but it's relentless, just like commitment in business. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before the light bulb worked, showing that perseverance can lead to groundbreaking success. And Walt Disney got rejected 300 times before funding his first film, proving that determination can turn dreams into reality. So, what exactly is commitment? Commitment is like the backbone of success. It's the unwavering dedication to a goal, no matter the obstacles. Imagine landing a big client after months of pitching, or selling your business after years of hard work. It's like winning a race you've trained for tirelessly, or writing a hit song that resonates with millions. And let's not forget building your dream home, brick by brick, until it stands tall and proud. These are the fruits of commitment, and they don't come easy. Now, let's talk about sand dune shifting. It's nature's way of showing us patience. Think of waiting for a late bus on a cold winter morning, or learning to cook without burning the kitchen down. It's like saving up for that dream vacation, one paycheck at a time, or teaching a kid to tie their shoes, even when they get frustrated. And for all you coders out there, it's like debugging code all night until it finally works. Patience is like waiting for your Wi-Fi to reconnect, agonizing but you have no choice, right? But how do commitment and sand dune shifting relate? Well, patience is like the fuel, and success is the destination, but sometimes the road is blocked. Just like sand dunes take time to shift and reshape, commitment requires time and persistence to transform a business. The winds of change may be slow, but they're constant, much like the daily grind of working towards your goals. And just as sand dunes can create new landscapes over time, commitment can lead to transformative change in business. It's all about sticking with it, even when it feels like you're moving through quicksand. Let's take a look at some incredible stories of commitment. Thomas Edison, the man who gave us the light bulb, didn't just flip a switch and make it happen. He failed 10,000 times before finally getting it right. Imagine that, 10,000 tries, each one a step closer to success. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the kind of commitment that changes the world. Then there's J.K. Rowling, the author behind the Harry Potter series. She faced rejection after rejection, with 12 publishers turning down her manuscript. But she didn't give up. She kept sending out her work, believing in her story and her characters. And eventually, Bloomsbury took a chance on her, and the rest is history. Her commitment to her craft and her story turned her into a household name. And let's not forget Colonel Harland Sanders, the man behind KFC. At the age of 65, he set out to sell his famous chicken recipe, driving from town to town, pitching his idea to restaurants. He was rejected over 1,000 times, but he kept going. He believed in his product and his vision, and eventually, he found success. His commitment to his dream led to a global empire, all starting with a simple recipe and a lot of perseverance. Now, let's dive deeper into the natural phenomenon of sand dune shifting. It's a process that can take years, even decades, to create significant changes in the landscape. The winds blow constantly, moving grains of sand one by one, until they pile up and form new dunes. It's a testament to the power of persistence and patience, much like the journey of building a successful business. In the same way, commitment in business is about the long haul. It's about showing up every day, even when the progress seems slow. It's about believing in your vision and your goals, even when others doubt you. And it's about putting in the work, day after day, until you see the results you're striving for. But commitment isn't just about hard work. It's also about adaptability and resilience. Just like sand dunes can shift and change direction with the wind, businesses need to be able to pivot and adapt to changing market conditions. It's about being willing to learn from failures and setbacks, and using them as stepping stones to success. And let's not forget the role of passion and commitment. Just like the winds that shape the sand dunes, passion is the driving force behind commitment in business. It's what keeps you going when the going gets tough, and what fuels your drive to succeed. It's the fire in your belly that pushes you to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. So, how can we apply these lessons of commitment and sand dune shifting to our own businesses? First, we need to embrace the long-term view. Success rarely happens overnight, And it's important to be patient and persistent in our efforts. We need to be willing to put in the work, day after day, and to keep our eyes on the prize, even when progress seems slow. Second, we need to be adaptable and resilient. Just like sand dunes can shift and change with the winds, we need to be able to pivot and adjust our strategies as needed. We need to be open to learning from our failures and using them as opportunities for growth and improvement. Third, we need to stay passionate about our work. It's that passion that will keep us committed, even when the going gets tough. It's what will drive us to keep pushing forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. And finally, we need to remember that commitment is a journey, not a destination. Just like sand dunes are constantly shifting and changing, our businesses will evolve and grow over time. It's about embracing that journey and staying committed to our goals, no matter what challenges come our way. So, as we embark on this exploration of commitment in business, let's keep these lessons in mind. Let's draw inspiration from the shifting sand dunes, and from the incredible stories of commitment and perseverance we've heard. And let's remember that with patience, persistence, adaptability, and passion, we can achieve great things in our own businesses. In the next part of our journey, we'll dive into the teachings of Harriet Tubman and her unwavering commitment to the Underground Railroad. We'll explore how her dedication to a cause greater than herself led to transformative change, and how we can apply those lessons to our own businesses. We'll also take a look at Ginni Rometty's strategy at IBM, and how her long-term commitment to innovation and transformation guided the company through significant shifts in the tech industry. We'll see how her focus on the future and her willingness to embrace change led to success, and how we can adopt a similar mindset in our own businesses. And finally, we'll examine the revitalization of Detroit, and how committed efforts from local businesses, government, and residents have slowly but surely turned the city around. We'll see how sustained commitment can lead to economic and social renewal, and how we can apply those lessons to our own communities and businesses. So, stay tuned for part 2 of our exploration of commitment in business. And in the meantime, remember, just like sand dunes can shift and change over time, our businesses can too. It's all about staying committed, staying passionate, and never giving up on our dreams. You know what I mean, right? Welcome back, folks. In part 1, we dove into the fascinating world of commitment in business, comparing it to the shifting of sand dunes and learning from legends like Harriet Tubman and Ginni Rometty. Now, let's take a deeper look at 3 philosophies from these icons and see how they tie into that continuous commitment that changes landscapes, just like those sand dunes. Pretty cool, huh? Let's start with Harriet Tubman. If Harriet Tubman were Aristotle, her philosophy could be centered around arete, or excellence. She believed in striving for excellence in every endeavor, no matter the obstacles. This philosophy is like trying to build a sandcastle on a windy beach. It takes constant effort and commitment to keep it standing tall. Just as sand dunes shift and change over time with persistent wind, Harriet's commitment to excellence reshaped the landscape of freedom. Her unwavering dedication to the Underground Railroad transformed lives and communities. For an athlete, striving for arete means pushing through grueling training sessions, perfecting every move, and never settling for less than their best. It's like trying to outrun the shifting sands, tough, but with commitment, you can do it. A chef embodying arete focuses on perfecting every dish, experimenting with flavors, and constantly learning new techniques. It's like trying to cook a gourmet meal on a sand dune, challenging, but with dedication, you can create something extraordinary. A painter striving for arete spends countless hours perfecting brush strokes, exploring new styles, and pushing the boundaries of their art. It's like trying to paint a masterpiece on a canvas made of shifting sand, difficult, but with unwavering commitment, you can create something beautiful and lasting. Now, let's shift gears to Ginni Rometty. If Ginni were Malcolm Gladwell, her philosophy could be the 10,000-hour rule. She believed that mastery comes from consistent effort over time, much like how sand dunes shift and change with persistent wind. This philosophy is like trying to grow a bonsai tree on a sand dune. It takes patience, dedication, and a whole lot of time. Ginni's commitment to this rule guided IBM through significant transformations in the tech industry, reshaping the company's landscape. For a guitarist, the 10,000-hour rule means spending hours every day practicing scales, learning new songs, and honing their technique. It's like trying to play a symphony on a guitar made of sand, tough, but with commitment, you can create something amazing. A coder embodying the 10,000-hour rule spends countless hours writing code, debugging, and learning new programming languages. It's like trying to build a skyscraper out of sand, challenging, but with dedication, you can create something that stands the test of time. A surgeon striving for the 10,000-hour rule spends years in training, perfecting surgical techniques, and staying up to date with the latest medical advancements. It's like trying to perform a delicate surgery on a patient made of sand, difficult, but with unwavering commitment, you can save lives and change the world. Now, let's dive into some real-life stories of commitment that have reshaped landscapes in the business world. First up, the rise of Disney from bankruptcy to an empire. Walt Disney faced numerous setbacks, including the failure of his first animation studio and the bankruptcy of his Laugh-O-Gram company. But with unwavering commitment, he kept pushing forward, eventually creating Mickey Mouse and the Disney empire we know today. It's like trying to build a theme park on a sand dune, tough, but with dedication, you can create a magical world that captivates millions. Next, let's look at Elon Musk's journey with SpaceX. Musk faced numerous near failures, including 3 failed rocket launches that nearly bankrupted the company. But with relentless commitment, he kept pushing forward, eventually achieving successful launches and revolutionizing the space industry. It's like trying to launch a rocket from a sand dune, challenging, but with unwavering dedication, you can reach for the stars. Finally, let's explore Oprah Winfrey's rags to TV queen journey. Oprah faced numerous hardships growing up, including poverty and abuse. But with unwavering commitment to her dreams, she kept pushing forward, eventually becoming one of the most influential media moguls in the world. It's like trying to build a media empire on a sand dune, tough, but with dedication, you can create a platform that inspires millions. Now, let's tie these philosophies back to the shifting of sand dunes. Just as sand dunes change and evolve over time with persistent wind, commitment in business requires continuous effort and dedication. It's like trying to sculpt a masterpiece out of sand, challenging, but with unwavering commitment, you can create something that stands the test of time. Whether it's striving for excellence like Harriet Tubman or putting in the hours like Ginni Rometty, commitment is the key to reshaping landscapes in business and beyond. So, what can we learn from these stories and philosophies? First, commitment is like trying to grow a tree on a sand dune. It takes time, patience, and a whole lot of effort. But with dedication, you can create something that stands tall and strong. Second, commitment is like trying to build a sandcastle on a windy beach, tough, but with perseverance, you can create something beautiful and lasting. And finally, commitment is like trying to paint a masterpiece on a canvas made of shifting sand, difficult, but with unwavering dedication, you can create something that changes the world. In the end, whether you're an athlete, a chef, a painter, a guitarist, a coder, or a surgeon, commitment is the key to achieving excellence and reshaping your landscape. And just like the stories of Disney, SpaceX, and Oprah, commitment can take you from rags to riches, from failure to success, and from dreams to reality. So, keep pushing forward, keep striving for excellence, and keep putting in the hours, because with commitment, anything is possible. And that, my friends, is pretty cool, huh? And now, as we wrap up our journey through the world of commitment in business, let's dive into the deeper meaning behind what we've learned. You see the point, don't you? Commitment isn't just a buzzword, it's the very essence of transformation, whether in nature, history, or the corporate world. Let's take a moment to reflect on what this means for our own lives. Commitment in business teaches us that change is possible, but it requires persistence and dedication. Just like the shifting of sand dunes, small actions taken consistently over time can lead to monumental shifts. Life lessons are like Wi-Fi signals, hard to catch but game-changing when you do. So, what does this mean for life? It means that the goals we set for ourselves, whether personal or professional, are achievable if we remain committed. And yes, we can apply this principle in our everyday lives. Here are 5 tips to help you harness the power of commitment. 1. Break goals into bite-sized chunks. Just as Ginni Rometty guided IBM through incremental innovations, breaking your goals into smaller, manageable tasks can make the journey less daunting. Start with the first step and keep moving forward, one piece at a time. Over time, these small steps will lead to significant progress. 2. Embrace the long game. The revitalization of Detroit didn't happen overnight, it took years of sustained effort. Similarly, in life, patience is key. Understand that meaningful change takes time, and be prepared to stick with it for the long haul. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your dreams be. 3. Find your why. Harriet Tubman's commitment to the Underground Railroad stemmed from a deep sense of purpose. Identify what drives you and let that be your anchor. When the going gets tough, your why will keep you going. It's like trying to find your car keys in the morning. Once you remember where you left them, everything falls into place. 4. Surround yourself with support. Just as local businesses, government, and residents work together to turn Detroit around, building a network of support can make all the difference. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who will encourage and inspire you. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work, even if it sometimes feels like herding cats. 5. Celebrate small victories. Ginni Rometty's strategy at IBM involved celebrating milestones along the way. Don't wait until you've reached your ultimate goal to feel accomplished. Celebrate the small wins, and they'll keep you motivated. It's like leveling up in a video game, each achievement brings you closer to the final boss. Now, let's explore some stories of commitment that have shaped history and inspired millions. First, there's the incredible comeback of Steve Jobs at Apple. After being ousted from the company he co-founded, Jobs returned in 1997 to lead Apple to new heights. He introduced groundbreaking products like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad, transforming the tech landscape forever. His unwavering commitment to innovation and excellence turned Apple into the powerhouse it is today. It's like watching a superhero movie. Against all odds, the hero returns to save the day. Next, consider Nelson Mandela's 27-year wait for freedom. Imprisoned for his fight against apartheid, Mandela never lost hope. His commitment to justice and equality never wavered, even in the darkest of times. Upon his release, he led South Africa to a peaceful transition to democracy. His story is a testament to the power of perseverance, like a marathon runner who keeps pushing forward despite the pain. Then there's Albert Einstein, whose genius didn't bloom until later in life. Despite struggling in school and facing numerous setbacks, Einstein remained committed to his passion for physics. His groundbreaking theories, developed in his later years, revolutionized our understanding of the universe. It's like waiting for a late-night food delivery. Sometimes the best things come to those who wait. Finally, let's not forget Ludwig van Beethoven, who continued to compose even as he lost his hearing. His commitment to his art drove him to create some of his most famous works, including the Ninth Symphony, while completely deaf. Beethoven's story is a powerful reminder that obstacles can't stop true commitment, much like trying to silence a rock concert with a whisper. So, what does all of this mean for you? Can you apply these lessons of commitment to your own life? Let's end with some questions to ponder and discuss. 1. What's your toughest wait? Share below. Whether it's a personal goal, a career aspiration, or a relationship, what are you patiently waiting for, and how are you staying committed? 2. Could you keep going after 1,000 no's? Think about a time when you faced rejection or failure. How did you respond, and what kept you moving forward? 3. What small steps can you take today to move closer to your goals? Remember, every journey begins with a single step. What's your first step going to be? 4. Who inspires you to stay committed? Whether it's a historical figure, a family member, or a friend, who do you look to for motivation and inspiration? 5. How can you celebrate your small victories? Think about ways to acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. What's one way you can celebrate today? As we close, remember that commitment is the key to transformation. Whether you're shifting sand dunes, guiding people to freedom, leading a company through change, or revitalizing a city, the power of continuous effort can change landscapes, both literally and figuratively. So, take these lessons to heart, apply them to your life, and see where your commitment can take you. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and until next time, keep pushing forward, one committed step at a time.